Have you ever dropped your keys in a pitch-black room and spent what felt like forever trying to find them? Now imagine doing that while tracking a seal for your next meal in freezing 40-degree Fahrenheit weather. For many traditional Inuit people living in the Arctic, this is just a normal day. In those regions, darkness isn't just a night. It's a reality that lasts for more than 2 months straight. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Above the Arctic Circle, some places experience a phenomenon called polar night, where the sun doesn't rise for up to 67 days. That's longer than most people's summer vacations. While we might binge-watch shows during this time, Inuit communities have honed extraordinary skills to not only survive, but thrive during these long, dark months. Life doesn't come to a halt when the sun disappears. In fact, it becomes even tougher. Hunters must still find food, families travel between remote settlements, and everyone works hard to stay safe in one of the harshest environments on Earth. You might think hunting seals in near total darkness is impossible, but here's where it gets fascinating. Inuit hunters can spot tiny breathing holes in the ice from incredible distances, even when most of us would struggle to see our own hands. They've mastered reading the environment by noticing subtle changes in ice texture and snow patterns that reveal where these vital spots are. It's not just about vision, it's about understanding the landscape as if it were a story written in the dark. Traveling between communities is just as impressive. Navigating vast expanses of unstable ice with one wrong step, meaning disaster, sounds daunting. But Inuit travelers identify safe paths by spotting almost invisible changes in ice color and texture, even in pitch-black conditions. This skill becomes especially crucial during harsh winter storms when visibility drops to almost nothing, and the difference between safe ice and dangerous ice is razor-thin. Predicting the weather in such extreme conditions is also vital. While modern meteorologists use satellites and complex equipment, Inuit people read natural signs in the night sky, the positions and brightness of stars, the dance of the aurora borealis, and the shapes of snow crystals. These observations have proven so reliable that Arctic research stations consult Inuit elders for weather forecasts. Maintaining connections between settlements in total darkness is another incredible feat. Without GPS or street signs, navigation depends on remembering snow patterns, landmark shapes, and how the wind shapes the snow, skills refined through generations. In fact, a 2019 study showed experienced Inuit navigators could describe landscapes and safe routes in total darkness, with precision rivaling modern maps. Their ability to see and operate in these conditions isn't just impressive, it's essential for survival. When temperatures plunge below -40 degrees Fahrenheit and the sun vanishes for months, being able to spot a polar bear in the distance or find safe crossings on ice can mean life or death. This isn't about superhuman eyesight. It's about a deep connection and understanding of an environment that most would consider impossible to navigate. Remarkably, Inuit communities maintain about 80% of their usual daily activities during these dark months, unlike other populations who slow down significantly. Their whole way of life adapts to the Arctic's unique demands. Hunting parties often travel during what others would call the dead of night, taking advantage of their enhanced night vision. Even more impressive, Inuit children begin developing these visual skills naturally through games and activities designed to boost night vision. By adolescence, many can confidently navigate conditions that would disorient most adults. There's a fascinating biological reason behind these extraordinary abilities, but first let's consider why most of us struggle to see in the dark. Surprisingly, modern lifestyles actually work against our night vision. Did you know the average city dweller is exposed to over 2,500 artificial light sources daily? From the moment we wake up to our buzzing phones until late-night TV, we live in a never-ending artificial day. Our eyes aren't built for that. It's like we never had the chance to develop natural night vision, because our environment constantly bombards our eyes with light. City streets are lit so brightly you could probably spot a coin from 50 feet away. But good luck finding one. Meanwhile, Inuit hunters are spotting seals through tiny ice holes in what we'd call total darkness. Why don't they need flashlights? Because they've literally enlightened their vision. This constant artificial light does more than drain electricity. It damages our eyes. Researchers call this the smartphone squint. Checking phones roughly 344 times a day exposes eyes to intense blue light every few minutes. This never-ending glare does more than just make finding the bathroom at night harder. Studies show urban residents have significantly reduced night vision compared to rural people. And if city dwellers have it rough, imagine those living where there's virtually no artificial light. In the Arctic, when night falls, it really falls. No street lamps, no neon signs, no car headlights. That complete darkness might seem like a disadvantage, but it actually gives the eyes a chance to keep their natural adaptability. Urban researchers visiting Inuit communities were amazed. Their high-tech light meters failed to measure the subtle light Inuit people rely on for navigation. In one study, when city folks were asked to navigate a simple obstacle course in low light, they took around 7 minutes and bumped into things multiple times. Inuit participants completed the same course in under 2 minutes without a single collision. It's not that they see in total darkness, it's that what we call darkness, they still perceive as light. This natural night vision advantage isn't just a fun fact, it's a survival tool. While we fumble with light switches, Arctic inhabitants spot dangers, find food and move through treacherous terrain with ease. The human eye is remarkably adaptable when given the right conditions. So what's behind this? The real magic is at a cellular level. Thousands of years living in the Arctic have literally rewired the Inuit visual system. Their eyes have about 20% more rod cells. Those are the cells responsible for night vision than most people. Imagine nature upgrading their biological cameras. Their pupils also open about 25% wider than average, similar to how cats' eyes expand in the dark, letting in more light. And unlike us, their eyes can maintain this wide-open state for hours without strain. In the 1970s, a scientist named Dr. Sven Peterson conducted experiments putting Inuit and city dwellers in a pitch-dark room. While city folk stumbled around, Inuit participants read books and identified objects like the room was brightly lit. One even asked why it was so bright. These adaptations didn't happen overnight. They are the result of thousands of years of evolution, passed down from generation to generation, like treasured family recipes, except these recipes are for supercharged eyesight. Their brains also process visual information differently, almost like having an automatic Instagram filter that makes dark scenes clearer. Interestingly, their eyes run slightly warmer than average, even in freezing conditions, like built-in seat warmers for their eyeballs, helping them perform better in the cold. Plus, their eyes adjust to changes from bright light to darkness about twice as fast as ours. By the time most of us are still blinded, they're already spotting seals through ice holes. Before you get jealous, remember that these abilities aren't just about genes, they're shaped by lifestyle too. The Inuit diet plays a huge role. Their traditional foods are packed with nutrients that are basically superfoods for the eyes. Remember when your parents told you to eat carrots for better vision? The Inuit took that concept to a whole new level. While many young adults today squint at screens, Inuit people maintain incredible vision thanks to their diet. For example, seal liver contains more vitamin A than eating hundreds of carrots, basically giving them super-powered eyesight. Their fish, like Arctic char and salmon, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which keep eyes healthy and functioning smoothly. Wild game like caribou and whale meat supplies essential minerals like zinc, copper, and selenium that protect eye health. Contrast this with most modern diets, where 60% of what we eat is processed food filled with sugars and additives that literally warp our eye lenses. The Inuit diet is nearly free of refined sugars, helping their eyes stay in optimal shape. They often eat foods raw or minimally processed, like raw fish, eyes packed with compounds that improve night vision. Definitely not something you find on most menus. This isn't a trendy diet, but thousands of years of careful adaptation to protect vision in one of the world's harshest places. But the Inuit didn't stop with diet. They invented ingenious tools to protect their eyes from snow blindness, a major threat caused by intense sunlight reflecting off snow. Imagine the glare from a car windshield multiplied by 1,000. That's the Arctic sun for you. Long before modern sunglasses, they carved snow goggles from wood, bone, or ivory, with tiny horizontal slits that block and focus light better than any designer shades. These slits act like natural squints, sharpening vision without tiring the eyes. Modern ski goggles have even copied this design. Materials like caribou antler and whalebone aren't just random. They resist fogging, withstand drops on ice, and fit different face shapes, all while looking like something straight out of a futuristic fashion show. The Inuit also schedule their hunts during dawn and dusk when light is easier on their eyes, essentially inventing a golden hour for hunting long before it was a photography trend. During intense sunlight in spring, hunters take longer midday breaks to protect their eyes and gear, probably also to share stories and grumble about the weather, which sounds pretty universal. The most astonishing part is that the same visual adaptations that enhance their night vision also help prevent snow blindness. Their eyes adjust to sudden brightness changes faster, like built-in transition lenses you can't lose. Modern science has confirmed that traditional Inuit snow goggles provide better protection against certain harmful light types than many modern sunglasses. Even their method of gradually exposing children to bright snow helps develop healthy light tolerance, matching eye doctors' recommendations. Thanks to this ancient wisdom, snow blindness is much rarer in Inuit communities than among visiting researchers and tourists decked out in high-tech gear. They're still catching up to solutions carved from caribou antlers centuries ago. This incredible combination of biological adaptation, lifestyle, diet, and ingenious technology shows how humans can evolve and thrive in even the most extreme conditions. It's a humbling reminder of how much we can learn from traditional knowledge in the natural world when we pay attention. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed discovering the amazing world of Arctic night vision, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to keep exploring fascinating stories like this. Stay curious, and see you in the next video.